Well, good afternoon, broadcast students. Just wanted to, again, send out a video to encourage you. Just wanted you to know that I continually think about you. It was so good for us to connect via Zoom with our Wednesday night Bible study. It was great to see you interact with each other, just sending messages. Hey, how you doing? What's going on? What's up? With each one of us that were on that Zoom call, and you're such an encouragement to me, and it was just great connecting with you, and it reminded me of the importance of staying connected, but it also reminded me how much I miss seeing you face to face, and hopefully soon we'll be able to congregate again together in one place. But again, it was so awesome to see your face and to hear your voice last night. Today I just wanted to read a verse of scripture that the Apostle Paul wrote in Philippians chapter 4 and verse 8. And I kind of titled this little devotion, Think Before We Speak. And I want you to hear what the Apostle Paul writes. It says, finally, brothers, whatever is true, whatever is honorable, whatever is just, whatever is pure, whatever is lovely, whatever is commendable, if there is any excellence, if there's anything worthy of praise, think about these things. You know, as I was thinking about this devotion, has there ever been a time when in your life where your mouth got ahead of your brain? You know, I'm sad to admit this, but this has happened over and over and over in my life, and it's something that I'm trying to be better at. You know, you think about it, it's like casting a fishing line with your rod and reel, and you cast it, and if you have a bad cast, you can reel it in. You get a second chance to do it over, but you don't get to do that when you verbally respond in a negative way. There's so many times I wish I could reel it back in and start over and have a do-over, but we can't. You know, I spew out a thought, and after I do it, I'm just regretting what I said, and I wish I could do it again. And if I could always remember that before my mouth gets ahead of my brain, when often I insert my foot into my mouth because of some silly comment that I made that didn't even need to be said at all. You know, as we walk through this COVID-19 issue, and we spend a lot of time at home, and we get to be bored, and we were hanging out with our family, and sometimes things get tense, and maybe just trying to communicate with our friends. Sometimes we can say things that really can be hurtful, and we have to be careful what we say to each other with our family and with our friends. Our pastoral staff not too long ago read a book called Crucial Conversations, and it was a great book to help us learn how to honor God with our conversations with the people that we need to have conversations with. Sometimes those conversations can be tough conversations, but we have to have them. And I read a devotional, and it was talking about this very thing, and it was talking about think before that first word ever comes out of your mouth. And this writer gave us 5 things to think about before we speak. Listen to these. Number 1, it says, do you think what you're going to say is true? You know, so often we may exaggerate grievances that we may have against somebody else. And we really got to stop and look clearly at the issue. You know, are we really telling the absolute truth, or are we tainting it by previous grievances that we may have? So it's encouraging us to think what we're going to say, and is it true? It also said this, number 2, do you think what you're going to say is helpful? You know, will your words support the people around you, the people that you're having a conversation with? Are your words going to offer solutions, or are they going to offer more problems? So you have to think what you're going to say is helpful. Number 3, he says this, do you think what you're going to say is inspiring? You know, will your words encourage somebody else, or will they squelch somebody's dreams by putting down their ideas, or basically what you say, or putting down the person? And so think about, will your words be encouraging? You know, Paul tells us in Ephesians 4:29 that we should encourage each other with our words, not to tear people down. 4th, he said this, do you think what you're going to say is necessary? Think about it. Before I speak, does it even have to be said? Sometimes silence is the best medicine. Not saying anything at all. You know, I think about when somebody's down and they're feeling guilty, maybe they've even apologized, and yet we still come back with something else. You know, are we helping, or are we just making that person feel even more guilty and have more burdens? And so we really need to think what we're going to say, is it going to be necessary? Number 5, and finally, do you think what you're going to say is kind? You know, you got to think about that. Nice doesn't mean kind. Sometimes kindness means saying some hard things, and that's true. Because sometimes we have to have these honest conversations. But are we looking out for the best interest of everyone? You know, speaking the truth in love is so very important. And one of the things that I encourage our leaders and encourage our students, that when you build relationships with each other, love gives you the right to speak truth in someone's life, because you're doing it out of love. You're not doing it out of malice. And so each day that we have is another opportunity to live out these truths, that we're going to think what we say, is it really true? Is it really helpful? Is it really inspiring? Is it really necessary? And is it really kind? You know, I love this passage of scripture because it really tells us this very thing, to think before we speak. Listen to these words again. Finally, brothers and sisters, whatever is true, whatever is noble, whatever is right, whatever is pure, whatever is lovely, whatever is admirable, if anything is excellent or praiseworthy, think about such things. I hope that encouraged you today. I know it challenged me in my personal life. I can't wait to see you again really, really soon. I know God is doing some amazing things through your leaders as you connect. Let's continue to stay connected with each other. Let's continue to be the church. We just started a new campaign with those door hangers that I posted about. I hope that you'll have the opportunity to get out in your neighborhood and put some of those door hangers. That's still practicing social distancing. Come by the office and grab a pack of 10 of those and be the church in your neighborhood. Can't wait to see you again. God bless you. Have a great day.